And it's really a matter of personal preference which way you go, because with Zero it doesn't really matter which route you take. X has a set route to go through, and with that we are off with Ariel sneaking his starts for a few seconds, so the intro stage, there isn't really much to be said about here. Just the same as usual. You want to dodge as many enemies as you can. You want to damage boost through them, not kill them if possible. Killing enemies causes you to lose frames, and I see Fiesel is synchronizing them perfectly. Killing enemies loses you frames, which loses your time, and you don't want that, obviously. Frico, they do and they don't. Zero is very flexible in the way he handles bosses, mostly because of his very broken sword dash cancel attack, which you'll be seeing in a moment. Zero has a combo attack, first strike, a second strike, followed by a finishing blow, and that finishing blow will give bosses iframes, invincibility frames. Now the thing is, if you move after your second or first hit, you will cancel your combo and just start your first attack again, meaning you will never give bosses an iframe. So because of this, people are able to kill any and all bosses in whatever order they want. Ideally, people will go for Magma Dragoon because of his Rising Dragon strike that he gives you. And that strike is very useful for several bosses. Not so much for the damage alone, but also because it just deals a lot of damage. Ariel and ch0cman finishing up the first quote-unquote boss. Not much to be said there. The boss usually just stays on the floor and just attacks, but in some rare cases he will fly off screen. I've seen it happen yesterday and it just hurts your eyes to see it. Yes, there is. With the Zero route, you will never have to revisit any levels. You will start with... most people will start with Dragoon, then they go to Cyber Peacock. They will go to either Storm Owl or Jet Stingray. And we see both players go for Magma Dragoon. The way Zero is played, he will never have to do a revisit, ever. As I said, Magma Dragoon will give you the Rising Dragon strike. It's Zero's Fire Strike skill, and it'll be used on Cyber Peacock, Frost Walrus, and some of the mini-bosses. It deals damage per frame on enemies that don't get iframes, so it's a very powerful skill, and we'll be seeing more of that throughout the run. Oh, yes indeed. You are right about that. ch0cman restarted his timer. We'll be keeping tabs on that. I'm not sure what happened there, but that seems to be a misclick of sorts. But they started roughly the same time, so I have to keep that in mind. Both players utilizing mech to just quickly breeze through the level. As you can tell, ch0cman is using the Black Zero skin. Unlike what old cheat codes used to tell you, or old cheat booklets, the Black Zero armor does not give you any benefits. It does not give you extra damage, it does not give you extra defense. It's just purely a stylish choice. And both players being very neck and neck right now. Disregarding the timer, they were synchronized up just now by Fiesel. So they are very close together, with maybe 2 seconds apart. Yes, and both players now have learned the Ryujin, or the Dragon Strike as I call it. Both players going for Cyber Peacock. Yeah, I think it is a split timer, so... No, he didn't restart it, it's a split timer. I have to quickly tell Fiesel about this, give me a moment. There we go, hopefully we can get that sorted out. Again though, don't worry too much about it. Both players are synchronized, so everything you see right now is the difference that they have, and they are very close together, with ch0cman being about 2 seconds ahead-ish. The Cyber Peacock stage is one of the few stages in the series that rewards people for being very fast. It's you may call this the first stage that people are being trained to be a speedrunner in. It will reward you based on how fast you deliver or finish the level. With X and 0, you will both get a life up, a energy tank up. Or no, wait, 0 gets a life up, an energy tank up, and an extra life. Mega Man would get an armor upgrade, as well as a life up and an energy tank. But of course, since 0 does not have any armor upgrades, he just gets an extra life. Blackheart, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Also, I'm gonna give you mad props for that name. I'm a big fan of that show. Blackadder is an amazing show, so kudos to that. The timer on ch0cman isn't off, but apparently the stream is capturing the wrong time. It's his split timer for stages, not his overall time. Currently, both players are very close together, with ch0cman having a slight lead. Cyber Peacock has 3 different attack patterns. Cyber Peacock has an attack where he shows up next to you and does his crushing attack. I already notified visual people, I'm not involved with the actual stream layout. Also, Speed Gaming just interrupting my tournament here with another tournament. How dare you, good sir. Frico, that is the sword dash cancel that I was referring to earlier. 0, unlike X, doesn't have a normal attack, he has a combo attack. A first attack, a second slash attack, and a third combo finisher. The first 2 attacks do not give an enemy iframes, meaning you can spam that attack over and over. The third attack, however, will give them... Apologies. Will give them an iframe. Meaning you'd have to wait until you can damage them again. By moving after your second or your third attack, you can release your attacks over and over without ever giving an enemy iframes. And that is precisely why you don't need to revisit stages for any sort of reason, because all the enemies will die through the same attacks regardless. And since they already have the Rising Dragon Strike, they will be able to finish off most of the mini-bosses with ease as well. So, in terms of attack mode, 0 has everything he needed. Yes, exactly. They do it because, yeah, that's the way they do it. You can also use your dash attack for it and just do that. It's a matter of preference. Most people prefer to just tap the movement a little bit. Yes, it resets your combo. And now you'll be seeing the Rising Dragon Strike being utilized here. Interesting thing to note though is that this boss can be skipped with Mega Man X. But 0 unfortunately cannot skip him. And ch0cman losing a lot of time here or not? Oh no! Both players get him. No swag crusher attack though. That's a disqualification in my book, but who am I? Both players still being neck on neck right now, which is honestly, I don't want to say surprising because ch0cman is a very good player. I've commented on his races before, but to go toe to toe with the current world record holder, that is impressive to say the least. Let's see if both players get impatient and decide to skip the rest by jumping upwards. There's a slight coding error in Zero's mechanics for his jumps. Normally Zero has a double jump ability. I'm not sure if he has it unlocked yet, actually, now that I think about it. He does not have it. Okay. Zero, when he has all his moves unlocked, he gets a double jump skill. But interestingly enough, if you take damage after your second jump, you are allowed to do a triple jump. Alternate presses, Frico. Let's see how this fight against Split Mushroom goes. This boss is the one boss of the game that has zero RNG to him. He will always do the same thing, he will always have the same pattern. Honestly, losing time on Split Mushroom means that you have messed up somehow. And just like that, Ariel takes the lead again. Okay, well, Fiesel has been made aware of the split issue. And we'll see if they get fixed at some point or not. It doesn't really matter in the end. As long as both players are being this close neck and neck, it's very easy to tell who's ahead and who's not. This is the one auto-scroller of the game. It's not a very difficult stage to learn, but it's a very punishing stage if you decide to have a derp moment and you misclick here. I've actually seen Ariel die in this stage, in his group stage, where he dashed a bit too fast and died because he hit a cliff. Jet Stingray being a bit of a jerk, trying to attack you while you're going through your auto scroller. Of course, we don't take that kindly, so we just ride into him. Filthy Maverick. And both players getting the power-ups they need for the 100% run. And ch0cman actually entering the stage before Stingray. That's not seen very often. Obviously Stingray is a wizard. And Stingray is one of the bosses that can give very bad RNG. As we can tell by Ariel getting 4 dives in a row. Wow. Still finishing up first though, that's good. And now ch0cman is being taunted and trolled by all of the dives. Yeah, this will put him behind massively. Yeah, Zero is all about that DPS. Both players are also playing the PC version, in case anyone's wondering. For this tournament, the PlayStation version and the PC version are allowed, but the PC version is preferred because it has very few or very little loading time. PlayStation version has various seconds of loading time. I believe it's the GameCube version, I'm not sure, is not allowed because it has too many loading times, including loading into cutscenes, which you cannot skip. So that one is obviously banned, and the PlayStation 2 version is also not allowed because it has some very strange bugs to it that kind of break the game. So that version is not allowed either. QTT quit trolling. You know as well as I do that the general is the ultimate form of RNG. We don't speak of the Saturn version. Ariel making quick work of this little mini quote-unquote boss. Not really one of the most toughest bosses you can get, especially with Zero. Also, QTT, you're still bitter about losing your world record. Don't troll the chat. No trolling allowed from you, good sir. That's a nice little dodge from ch0cman there. But still, the time he lost from Jet Stingray is severely putting him back right now. You are a little bit. You're a little bit trolly. But that's okay, you're allowed to. You won your races, so... And there we have it, we have the proper timers on screen right now. Slash Beast is also one of those bosses that can give a little bit of RNG, but nothing extreme like Jet Stingray does. He can jump up and down constantly, or he can do his dashes. And that's it for ch0cman. I think he gained a little bit of time with that attack. Oh, that's interesting. Ariel going for Frost Walrus off the bat. That's usually the boss they save for the... I'm assuming ch0cman is going for Storm Owl at this point. Nope, both going for Frost Walrus. Interesting. I'm actually at a loss here. But oh well. A little bit of a cameo there from Bills or Buffalo, if the PlayStation version is to be believed. I'm pretty sure we exploded his ass, but you know. For those of you wondering, the tank that Ariel just picked up and that ch0cman is going to pick up right now is called the X tank. It is very useless for a zero run. What it does is that it gives you 2 extra lives if you game over and have to restart, and that's it. It doesn't give you any other additional benefits. Ooh, Ariel fumbling a little bit on this boss. That'll cost him some time. ch0cman can make up a lot of time with this boss. And he does! That is a massive time save. Also, people, if you're interested in helping Discord or just joining the X4 community, we have a Discord channel. Feel free to, join us, help. We are always in need of fresh commentators. It doesn't matter if you have experience or not. We only ask that your English is at least somewhat understandable and that you have a knowledge of the game in general. And of course, you have to love the games. I mean, come on, we're all here because we love the Mega Man. Excluding X7, because nobody likes that. And Frost Wallace being the first boss, or not the first boss, but being a boss here with a weakness against the Rising Dragon Strike. Not much to be talked about. When he's above half health, he will constantly slide over the floor every time he's hit with his weakness. If he's below half health, he'll power up to his special attack, which takes up so much time that we don't even see it. Hey Solgnir, be honest here, Mega Man X8, I'm throwing it out there, is actually a pretty decent X game, and I can recommend it to anyone. And now we are reaching the dumbest Maverick name in the history of Mega Man games. Web Spider. That's like saying wet fish or jumping frog. Come on. So dumb. You'll never stop my hatred for that name. We are going to see an interesting boss fight here, hopefully. Web Spider has a significant weakness when he's off screen, that he does not get any iframes to him. Meaning, Web Spider, when he falls below half health, he has a second step where he summons a bunch of webs and he cannot be touched for a few seconds. However, if you cut him down to slightly above half health, you can kill him off screen when he goes up in his hidey place. Meaning you can skip an entire setup stage and kill him off screen, meaning you shave off an easy 30 seconds if you get that. That's the Web Spider quick kill. You can do that in both the original fight and the refight later on. So you can save a minute from killing Web Spider that way. I've seen Ariel do it once this tournament, and I saw QTT6 missing it just barely yesterday. He lacked one hit on him. So I'm hoping there will be a quick kill again. So ch0cman falling behind pretty badly again. Frico, ch0cman saved some time because Ariel had some difficulties fighting the mini-boss at Frost Wall, and ch0cman killed it in 2 swipes. Oh, I think Ariel can actually get it this time. No, he misses it! Oh boy. Shame. Terrible shame. And I don't think ch0cman is aware of how the quick kill goes either. Because I don't think he's going for it. Nope, he's not even attempting it. Shame. And apparently I was a good 30 seconds behind on my stream. It's troublesome. Or not that long, but a few seconds at least. Storm Owl! Speaking of Mavericks and their names and freedom fighters, what is your favorite Robot Master in all of the X series and why? For that matter, what is your favorite X game in general? Yeah, man, you gotta emphasize that owl part. No, 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 don't make a mistake here. The robot masters of this game are not all Mavericks. Like, they are going story-wise, they are fighting for their independence. They are not actual killer robots. There are 3 Mavericks in this game: Magma Dragoon, Split Mushroom, and I think Jet Stingray. I'm not sure about that. Oh no, wait, Cyber Peacock is one of them. But the rest of them, Storm Owl for example, they are fighting for Repliforce. They are not crazy robots, they just want their independence. And we can't have that, so we're killing them. Robot Masters, Mavericks, whatever. Also, Storm Owl is the only boss where we hit from the combo hit, because this boss has no invincibility frames to him. And as such, he takes massive, and I do mean massive, damage from his weakness, the Giga Crusher. He will take damage for every orb that hits him. Meaning you can shave off a Turbo's health with one attack, just like that. Boom. And stream is frozen on my end just now. Ah, there we go. And now we get to see our hero in action. I mean, again, his opponents are fighting for independence. We can't have that, so we're gonna kill him. Independence is not for robots. They are our slaves and they should be that forever. And also doesn't help that this robot in general, this oh, he misses the turret jump here. Shame. But yeah, it doesn't help that this boss in particular stole Zero's chicken, added some secret spices or some crap like that. We can't have that. So we're gonna make him pay. Nobody touches my chicken.
I'll show you no mercy. Now get ready.
Shout out to the amazing battle team for this fight. And that's it for the Colonel. The Colonel has an interesting hitbox, apparently from what Shadow Zero once told me. His hitbox is both located in his head and slightly below that, meaning you can get double or triple hits on him with his weakness, which is why he takes so much damage. Also, Zero going to look for his girlfriend, because he wants to break up with her, and he does so in a most reasonable way possible. He's gonna kill her. Also, a shout out to the fact that this poor girl couldn't defend herself against a giant dragon robot, but she can defend herself against Zero. Just, yeah. Like, she is the most durable boss in this game. Oh well. Yeah, I agree. Zero at least has the courtesy to do this face to face instead of shoving his saber through her face in text. I mean, you can't do that. Also, no memes. We're in a race, we can't have the meme. Feel free to go to YouTube and watch that excellent cutscene with the most dramatic acting ever in it. It's still a better love story than Twilight. In fact, I wish Twilight would have actually ended like that. And now we get to the most RNG heavy of this game. Let's see if the general is going to cooperate or not. The general has two patterns. He can either fly around the room, or he can stay in his right corner and throw his fists at you. You want him to throw his fists. He is not being nice. And this will allow ch0cman to catch up if he gets the good pattern. In fact, if ch0cman gets the good pattern now, he can kill the general on the same time as Ariel does. Oh no. Ariel getting all the trolls right now. If he gets that floating around a third time, nope, he gets the fist. If ch0cman gets the fist right away, nope. And that's it for the general on Ariel's side. Let's see if ch0cman... Okay, he gets one round. If he gets the kill now, that's still not too bad. He will still have saved up massive amounts of time. Because the general floating about costs you so much time. It's annoying enough if he does it one time, but if he does it 3 times, that's an easy 20 seconds lost. Ariel entering the first refight at 32 minutes flat. And ch0cman is right on his tail at 32-20 seconds. Sigma voice acting. I don't know if he's the best one, but that voice actor definitely had the most fun doing Sigma. You can clearly tell by the way he put so much emotion in it. Alright, Ariel going for Web Spider. If he gets a quick kill, again, that shaves off 30 seconds of fighting time. If either player gets that, it can be decisive. And Ariel is very good so far. No, he misses it! Again, the web trolling. Yes, ch0cman, he gets it. He gets the quick kill. Not the ideal quick kill, but he still gets it. That is a gigantic time save with the setup. Also, every spoken line in this game is gold. You clearly have not played with X. Like, I love X4, but this voice actor, my god. You can only hear Time to Get Serious so many times. Alright, Cyber Peacock refight. Both players being very close, but there will not be any time gained or lost with this fight. I have a feeling Jet Stingray will be decisive again. Okay, Troll Stingray, what do you have for us today? Okay, he's playing nice. Oh, ch0cman getting trolled with that last dive. That should not have happened there. Still, let's see, 43. It's about a 9-second gap between the two right now. That is very close. And when you take into consideration the RNG bosses that they've been given so far, that's still impressive. And that is with a fast spider kill for ch0cman. We're seeing a bit of a difference right now. ch0cman going for Slash Beast. With Ariel fighting his nemesis, Split Mushroom. This is the one time you see the Raigeki used. That attack is Split Mushroom's weakness, obviously. The thing why we're using it right now and not in the original fight is because we don't have it in the original fight. But we have it for the refight. And what you do is, normally this attack has a startup time. But if you use it at the end of a combo, you skip that startup time and you deal damage right off the bat. Oh, and ch0cman actually missing that attack there. Yeah, this is a lot more than 10 seconds right now. Okay, I'm assuming both players will opt to take a slight energy refill. Yeah, he kinda has to, because Frost Walrus will deal damage to you. And in fact, even Storm Owl can accidentally hit you when you don't expect it, so it's not something you want. Ooh, Ariel, you have to be careful here, buddy. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. Still about a 10-second difference between the two-ish. Ariel entering the Storm Owl stage at 20 seconds. ch0cman entering it at 30 seconds, so 10-second difference. And Storm Owl will not really be that much time difference. Again, this is one of those bosses where you don't really gain time, but you can lose. ch0cman getting a nice hit in on Storm Owl. Boom, okay. And now we get to the final boss of the series, Sigma. What are the odds? The Sigma boss, the third stage, will be the final bit of RNG for this game. The first stage, his Reperform, doesn't really give you that much difficulty. You can lose a bit of time, but Sigma 1 is not going to be an issue. Sigma 2 is purely execution style. You also won't be gaining or losing a lot of time there. Sigma 3 has 3 appearances. He has an appearance in the top right, an appearance in the lower left, and an intermediate appearance. The intermediate appearance just decides how much time there will be between the other 2 phases. He summons 3 robotic heads, and you need to kill the head that is attacking you. Doing that immediately goes to the next phase. Now, the head at the top right has an attack where he will attack you once and then vanish, or attack you several times. Attacking you several times is the pattern you want, because you can one-cycle it. The head on the lower left has 3 different attacks. One where he blows you away with gusts of wind, one where he sucks you up, and I actually forgot what the third one was. It doesn't matter. The one you want is the one where he sucked you in, because you can stand close to him and attack him non-stop and get another one cycle. If, with a 10-second difference, he decides to give any player the bad pattern, it can be decided right there. If he gives Ariel 2 bad cycles and he gives ch0cman a good pattern, then that is it. Ariel gets the good pattern. Ooh, taking damage unexpectedly there. That's not a 1 cycle for Ariel. And ch0cman gets the bad pattern, because of course he does. And Ariel gets the good pattern for the other Sigma. This is pretty much GG. And that is GG for Ariel. And he will be finishing up with roughly 41-42, I think. 41-43 maybe. And that is GG for ch0cman too, I believe, unless I missed something. Oh, not 42, 52 I meant. Alright, that is Ariel with a 41-50 time, which is still a very good time. And ch0cman will finish up with 42-6. A 16-second difference between these two players. Come on, that's clutch. I have to give GGs to both of these players for playing amazingly. This was a very tight race. And once again, it came down to the RNG from General, the RNG from Jet Stingray, and even the Sigma RNG. Please give these runners a follow, people. They definitely deserve it. They deserve some love. Let's see if I can get either one of them in for an interview. All right, we are just going to be awaiting both players, see how they're doing. Yep, it was a very, very tight race. 16 seconds on a 42-minute game. That's so close. Also, people, while we are waiting for from Ariel, Ariel will be joining us. I'm not sure about ch0cman just yet. Ariel will be joining us. Here he is right now. Hello. Ariel, congrats on your victory. 16 seconds.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty tight. Yeah, ch0cman's pretty good.
Yeah, he when you got trolled by the general, he caught up a lot because he only got one cycle off the general.
Oh, I only got trolled once. Yeah, I got trolled twice.
Yeah, I think the general went. He floated around twice for you and once for ch0cman, and he got the quick kill on the refight against Web Spider, which put you two together so close.
Oh, you got quick kill? Oh, okay.
Sort of, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you barely missed it twice. That was that was such a shame.
Yeah,
like, I was really hoping to see it more.
Yeah, I kind of missed my execution on the second one. And as for the first one, I remember he got way too much to the left. I think that's why I missed. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this race so far? How do you feel?
I was pretty good one. It was a pretty fucking close race. Uh, yeah, that was a pretty good race overall. At some point, I thought I was gonna lose, and I kind of messed up some parts. I was like a little nervous, but yeah.
Did you get some practice in this time?
Yeah, I've been practicing like not every single day, but every 2 days and so on.
Yeah, you gotta be practicing.
Yeah, and I was expecting to do like a practice run before the race, but you know this time zone stuff happened. We were supposed to run to do the race right now, not like 1 hour ago. So
Oh yeah, daylight saving time, of course. Yeah. Yeah, well, you're not the only one who's had it this week, I think.
yeah.
All right. Do you have anything to say to your fan base or people in stream right now?
Nothing, not not much other than I don't know, just keep watching the tournament and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Are you still confident in that you'll be winning this tournament? Because I know you gave yourself up as victor.
Yeah, why
Predictions.
not? Who wouldn't? If you weren't in the tournament, wouldn't you just give you in the first place? You gotta be confident.
I don't know, man. This is like the first race you have where you didn't die. So
Hey, I shouldn't have died in the other ones, but that's okay.
yeah, the Frost Walrus refight, that was close though.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Well, ch0cman made the exact same mistake because he also nearly died again. Exactly the same way. So
Yeah, I kind
I
of
don't
got
know.
fat pattern by Tiger. He kind of got 3 hits out of me, which is
Yeah, I
nice
saw
hit.
that. He was not playing nice with you. He dashed around quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Again, thank you for dropping by for your commentary. Congrats on your victory once again, and good luck in your next match. You will be facing the winner of Gene Baldo versus HKS Napa, and that will be the first best of 3 match because it'll be the semifinals.
Oh, semifinals versus 3. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
because this was round 2, and the semifinals, the finals, and the bronze match will all be best of 3.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, and yeah, guess that's all for now.
Thank you again for dropping by.
All right.
And
Bye.
for the rest of the... Goodbye, Ariel. For the rest of chat, feel free to give these speed gaming channels a follow. We have speed gaming 1 through 8. We have currently a very exciting Super Mario 3 randomizer tournament active. I can strongly suggest that you check that. Of course, we have other matches as well. Let me quickly check our schedule. Currently, we have the Diddy Kong Racing happening soon on Speed 4. We have Rockman 2 tournament active on Speed Gaming 3 right now. We'll be having another Diddy Kong on Speed Gaming 2. And we have Shantae later in the evening on Speed Gaming 3. And currently the SMB3 randomizer tournaments, the quarterfinals are going. So feel free to give those a follow. Feel free again to give our runners a follow. They had such a good race. It'd be a shame not to follow them. And of course, feel free to give our Discord a follow to help out with the community. Practice your commentary if you want to. Either way, I hope to see you again in some of those other channels or in the Discord. I know, right, Reflect. I hope to see you again soon. The next match has been scheduled for MMX4. Let me actually quickly look that up. The next match is scheduled at, let's see, March 23rd at 1800 hours at EDT. It'll be Terak HL versus QTT6. You'll have to look up what time that is exactly because my time zone knowledge is very bad. But yes, it will be scheduled in 3 days from now. With that said, I'll be signing off too. Thank you all for watching. and I hope to see you again soon in the next tournament races. Until then, have a good evening, have a good day. Treat yourself to some chocolate or some chips, you've earned it. And goodbye until next time.